Hey, this is a screencast series called Vim Un-Alphabet. My name is Josh Branchaw, and this is episode 28 in the series. In this episode, we'll be looking at the angle bracket characters. First up, the angle brackets can be used to shift indentation in and out by the current shift width. So I can check here to see what my shift width is for this file, and it's 2. So anytime I use this normal mode command in this file, I'll be adjusting indentation by 2. I can hit left angle bracket twice to unindent this line, and then I can hit right angle bracket twice to reindent it. Either of these can be used with the motion as well. These are both also available on the command line, where you can provide a range of lines to have their indentation adjusted. And then perhaps my most common way of using this command is over a visual selection of lines like this. Hitting right angle bracket once performs the indentation. Next, the angle brackets are built-in marks that Vim uses to keep track of the edges of the most recent visual selection. The left angle bracket marks the beginning of the visual selection, and the right angle bracket marks the end. To jump to the beginning of the most recent visual selection, I can hit backtick left angle bracket, and it jumps the cursor up here, where we had previously highlighted these two lines. Hitting backtick right angle bracket then jumps the cursor here to the end of that visual selection. This comes in most handy by proxy through the use of the gv command. If I head down here and then I hit gv, it is going to re-highlight the most recent visual selection. It is able to do this by looking at these two marks. These angle bracket marks are also used by a substitution over visual selection. With these lines visually selected, I can hit :S to start a substitution, and you can see these marks in use on the command line. Next, the angle brackets are another one of our surrounding text objects, so we can do all the standard text object things. This is going to be most useful in languages and file types like HTML and JSX. As an example of how I might use this in JSX, I can hit VI angle bracket to visually select the insides, and then I'll hit O to jump the cursor to the other side of the visual selection, and then I hit W to adjust the front of the visual selection to not include the component name. Hitting D, I delete all the props and have a clean slate for this component declaration. Lastly, you can use angle brackets as window commands to adjust the width of the current window to make it larger or smaller. So I can do a visual split with the previous episode's file, and then jump back over to my main window. Now I can hit Ctrl-W right angle bracket a couple times to make this window larger. And then I can hit Ctrl-W left angle bracket a couple times to make this window a bit smaller. Well, that's it for this episode. You can check out the help files for the left or right angle brackets like so to find out more. In the next episode, we'll be looking at the period character.